Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sal Warner. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. How you all feeling this afternoon, this Saturday afternoon, should I say? I've just got back home. Had a wonderful time out. Yeah, I've just got home literally. Let me just turn this down quietly. Yeah. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. It's Saturday. You know, if anything, you know what Saturdays are like. You know, they're up and down, Was watching a little bit of the Arsenal game. Arsenal still down to 10 men. Of course, what did you make of the sending off for Declan Rice? He was sent off today. How do you feel about that? That was a bit soft, in my opinion. I mean, the 2 yellow cards, a bit soft, in my humblest of opinion, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe and smash a like on the video if you can do that, and be as kind to do that, guys. Absolutely. I've got one eye on the Arsenal game. I've got one eye on Arsenal against Brighton. You know, it's a very dodgy game now. 10 men. You know, I heard it was 1-0 to Arsenal last time I heard. Can Brighton get back into the game? Can they do something in the game, guys? Let's wait and see. Against 10 men, you never know. Of course, you never know. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. Now, in regards to transfers, I want to go through Manchester United's options in regards to free transfers. Free transfers are still available. Of course, we got until September to sign free transfers. So I think it's the 9th of September that they are available until that we can sign a free transfer for. Remember, Hamas and Rabiot are still available, guys. They're still available, which is brilliant, of course. So we could still go after Hamas. We could still go after Rabiot right up until September the 9th, I believe it is. So let's see what's going to happen. You know, you never know what's going to happen in the world of football with Manchester United, of course. Maybe they're keeping their cards close to their chest. Will Man United do another signing? Will they get a free transfer through the door? I thought this was over. It's not over, of course, till Rafa Benitez sings, of course, guys. So, guys, look, I'm going to run through some of the free transfers we could sign this summer since they are available. You never know. Now, I'm going to look through some of these free transfers. Let's see how realistic they are, okay? Now, obviously, we got the two, which is Adrien Rabiot and Hamaso. They're both on free transfers. Man United have been heavily linked with Adrien Rabiot and Hamaso, of course. They've been heavily linked with them. I'm not too sure. Can they do the deal for one of those? We need that left back, don't we? We really need that left back, guys. Absolutely need that left back through the door very, very quickly, guys. We got Memphis Depay. Would you be happy with return for Memphis Depay, guys? If Memphis Depay... Because, you know, I mean, he didn't succeed first time. I believe you get one chance at Man United. If you don't take that opportunity, I don't think you should get another opportunity at Man United. You should know how big the club is, and you should know what this club is about. If you fail in the first attempt, I don't think you should get another attempt. Absolutely not. Good afternoon, Grayo. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. The legend is in the house and is loud and proud. Let's get some free ones. We need to strengthen depth. Absolutely, we do. Goodbye, Depay. Absolutely, goodbye, Depay. In the pie, Depay. Absolutely, guys. Grayo, yes, I agree with you. Look, I wouldn't take Depay. I don't think he's good enough. There's something missing about Depay. I think it's like something. It's edge. You know, that edge he misses. He's a good player, technically brilliant. But the edge, you know what you need to be successful. He misses that at the end of the day for me. Hamaso and Rabiot are the two obvious ones that we could sign, of course. There's also a guy called Yusuf Yassiti. Yusuf Yassiti, of course, plays, I believe he plays in the midfield for Lille. So he's another one that is available. I believe he's a Turkish international. Of course, he said, I still have a lot of dreams of football, of course. You can't be insensitive to clubs like Milan. It's Ronaldinho, it's Beckham. We'll see what the future he has in store for me, the 27-year-old said recently. So he's another one. There's a lot of players who are available in the market at the moment. So let's look at that. Martial, fancy a punt on Martial? Who's going to sign Anthony Martial, guys? Come on, who's going to sign him? Come on, someone's got to take Martial. Someone has to take Martial. He's a good player when he's playing, of course, when he's playing. We got, of course, Wassim Ben Yedder. Yassin Ben Yedder he's been a name for the last few years, hasn't he? A 16-goal league season did not stop Monaco allowing Ben Yedder to leave. He scored 16 goals last season. Free transfer, guys. What's going on? These are free transfers. Why are teams not going after these players? What's going on? 16 goals last season. Someone has got to take a punt on Wassim Ben Yedder. Of course, Oh, goodness me. There's a João Matip in the house. João Matip of Liverpool. A good defender. Lazio, I'm on the club's linked with the Cameroonian. He could be going to Lazio. I don't know if he's going to Lazio, but definitely not to Manchester United. It's ex-Liverpool, of course. He won't be going to Manchester United. That's so certain, of course. There's also Antin Maranchuk. Antin Maranchuk, very talented attacking midfielder from Lokomotiv Moscow, of course. Another one that is on a free transfer. Could he rotate with Bruno? You know, these are players that are available for free. Ika Monayin, you remember Ika Monayin? Famous name, of course, Atletico Bilbao, attacking player, very good player. He's another one who's on a free transfer. Max Hummels is on a free transfer, a defender, experienced defender. Marlon of Shakhtar Donetsk is another one. He's free as well, of course. Goodness me, there's quite a few here. There's a guy called Robert Skoff of Hoffenheim, Danish winger or wing back. Another good player there. You know, there's some players here. We've also got Dele of Everton. Didn't do too well at Everton, of course. Wasn't great. Absolutely wasn't great. Dele basically didn't play well last season, so I'm not too sure about Dele. There's Leonardo Lopez of Cercle Bruges. Is another one. Peterborough, Wigan and Gillingham are in for him. But, you know, we're a little bit above that sort of level. Yusuf Atal of Demirspor, of course. There's a Naeem Sitili of Al Ali. There's a lot of players out there on free transfers. Some of the standout ones, let me just give it that. Those were the standout ones. Those are the ones that are highly talented. There's also John Egan from Sheffield United. He's another one that is available, guys. David Affengruber of Sturm Graz. He's another one. Guys, there's a lot of free transfers out there. You know, if we can't find a left back, you know what? I've just given you a bunch of names there who I rate. You know, so guys, listen, there's free transfers out there. Man United could still do deals for free transfers, of course. You never know what's going to happen until September, guys. Hello, Irfan. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is fine. Yes, absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. So there's a number of players there that are available, and we got until September. Will Man United do these deals? Will they get someone through the door? Do you think they can get another free transfer through the door? Who knows? You never know what can happen. I do know that we need a stronger squad. I do know we haven't replaced certain players. We don't want to get two players that are too old, of course. We don't want to get players on long contracts who are in the late 20s, early 30s, of course. We don't want none of that. You know, we need players who got a ceiling to reach. You know, that would be good also. But as a left back, as we're so desperate for a left back, I'll take Marso. Even though he's 29, 30, I'll take him at Manchester United because he's a left back at the end of the day, guys. So, yeah. What do you think of those names? Any names that stick out? Irfan, what are your thoughts on those names? Do you like any of those names? Do you think they could play for Man United next season? Do you think they have the quality to play for United next season? Now, of course, we've got the game tomorrow. It's a massive game, of course, tomorrow. Man United against Liverpool, biggest game in the calendar. Two of the most successful sides in England, of course. And look, you know, I would be happy with a win, regardless how we win. As long as we win the game tomorrow, that's all I care about. I don't care about the scoreline. I said 3-1 United. I don't care much about the scoreline, but just win. Just win. For me, it's a must win for Man United. We can't be too many points behind already. We can't be. Teams don't lose that many points at the moment. I'm keeping one eye on the Arsenal game, of course. Arsenal are 1-0 up, I believe, against Brighton. They were down to 10 men, I believe. Down to 10 men is Arsenal. So I'm keeping one eye on that game. Is Man United target free transfer? Yes, I believe so. I believe so. I think Man United are always open in the market. I mean, Rabiot and Hamalso have not been signed yet, which it's kind of strange, isn't it, that those players haven't found clubs. It's weird, isn't it, that those two players haven't found clubs. I find it strange, to be honest with you guys. So could they be going to Man United? Who knows? Good. Big up, Stephanie. How you doing, my friend? And the Chatterboxers, of course, in the house. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining the stream and your support as always. Absolute legend of the chat. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Look, Man United do need a bigger squad. I mean, those free transfers could help. Hermoso could help us a lot. Rabiot could help us a lot, you know. So let's see what could happen. United to win 3-2. Xerxes brace. Absolutely. I'll take that, Stephanie. It'll be an entertaining game, wouldn't it? I think it will be a high-scoring game, to be honest. I do believe this game will be a high-scoring game. I believe that they'll both go for each other. I do think that we have to be ready when we go onto that pitch. We have to really press Liverpool. Don't let Liverpool settle on the ball. That's the most important thing for me. I believe that they have to impose themselves on the game, Man United. We really do have to impose ourselves on the game and make sure we don't give Liverpool a chance to breathe. We have to go on that pitch and we have to really press and press and press. But that's what we have to do, guys. Absolutely. So, look, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. Obviously, doing a watch-along for the game. I'm live 3 times tomorrow. I'm here for Breaking Dawn, Chatterbox, and the live watch-along about 6:30. I will be here Middle Eastern time, 3:30 UK time. Of course, I'll be here watching Liverpool against Man United with you guys. Hopefully, turn down the volume of the Sky Sports and put my voice on the screen, guys. Absolutely. Grayo. Hi, yeah, big up Stephanie, big up the family. Man United 2 win, 1 win. I'll take that, Grayo, all day long. I will take that, of course. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing fine. Grayo, I'm waiting on that song. I will get that song. I don't know if I can download it from SoundCloud. I don't know if I can download it from there, but I'm really interested in that song. It's a really nice song, really good, and it's really upbeat. I really do like it. Thank you so much, Grayo, for that. But yeah, absolutely, like Sunday is so important. It is like I'm going for 3-1 Man United. 3-1 Man United. What is your team going to look like? I mean, I would play De Ligt. I would play Xerxes now. I wouldn't bother resting them, you know. It's a shame that Ugarte won't get any minutes. Of course, we have to wait. We have to be patient. We have to wait until after Lee Carsley Ball. Of course, we got the international break again. Goodness me, these internationals, we just finished the Euros and we got another international break. Is this real? Is this right? Do you believe that international break should happen right now? When teams are settling down, players are just starting to get fit, and then they've got an international break. It just doesn't make sense, does it, that they will put an international break now? You know, I don't agree with it, to be honest. I really don't. Stephanie, see you later, everyone. Just making a chicken curry. Come on, United. It's all about the butter chicken, Stephanie. It's all about the butter chicken. You don't have the chicken curry without the butter chicken. That's what it's all about. Eat the butter chicken. Eat the butter chicken. You have to, because that's the best curry in the land, of course, guys. Absolutely. Look, yeah, so Sunday is very important. Sunday, I will just play De Ligt. I will just play Xerxes. And I hope that we can impose ourselves in the game because, you know, Liverpool are going to be wanting to cause an upset. They're going to be wanting to defeat Man United, of course. Arne Slot is going to be wanting to have his first big scalp of the season, of course. We're looking to give Arne Slot his first defeat of the season and his first defeat in English football, which will live in the memory for his whole career, of course. My first defeat in English football was against Manchester United. There you go. So that's what I would do. Absolutely. Excuse me. So, yeah, you can't download the file, unfortunately. So waiting for Keeps, our synth player, to get back to me so we can send the files from the Apple Mac straight to your email. Thank you, Gro. You're absolute legend. Absolute legend. You know, it's a great song. Very, very talented bunch. Very, very talented group. You guys keep. I mean, I mean, if you were still gigging, that would be great, wouldn't it? Irfan, Kerdali, yeah, because I'll go and see it. I will go and see the gigs, of course. You know, I love going to see up and coming, you know, bands. But you've been around a long time, so big respect to you, Manic Street Preachers. My goodness, I was bumping my head to that song early on today. Absolutely. Ahmed Garnacho, Xerxes, Mainu Ugarte, Bruno Martinez, Maurizio De Ligt, Dalot, Anana for the next game for the next year. Kavash Keelia, Rafael, Nico Williams. Mate, you don't ask for much. I know you're a big fan of Rafael, Neo, and Nico Williams, and Keelia, of course, who plays for Napoli. That would cost a lot of money. I would say that would cost a hell of a lot of money. We'd have to sell a few players to get those players through the door, of course. We would have to sell the likes of Marcus Rashford, those type of players, of course. If we're going to get anywhere near a transfer window like that, that would be absolutely mad if we did sign those players next year, of course. But we're looking at a new generation now, We're looking at a new team. We're looking at a team that are looking to the future. More youth players coming through, of course, younger players, players with prospect. Why don't we create the next Rafael Leao? Why don't we create the next Nico Williams? Why don't we create the next Keelia? You know, that's what we should do. That's what we should be after at the end of the day. Where did Napoli get Francesco Keelia from? Where did they get him from? They got him from somewhere, didn't they? So at the end of the day, you have to scout these players. You have to find these players. And if they're good enough, then you sign them. You know, and you have to nurture players. Man United have always been about bringing players through, developing players, of course. We've gone off the boil a bit in the recent years, of course. We haven't been run properly. But as an example, last season, what Ten Hag done with all those young players, with Kobe Mainoo, we've got Nacho, what he's done with obviously with Ahmad. You know, he's done very, very well nurturing these players, training these players. Of course, we got Ro Van Nistelrooy now and Rennie Hijack in there. So those guys can help these players develop. If we bring, like, we got Coney coming through, of course, Cheetah Martin should be through the door very, very soon. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm going to have to look that up. But we got a lot of good young players. Shea Lacey, Fletcher are coming through the door. And we have to believe in these players as well at the same time. Yes, we want the big names. Yes, we want the talent in there. But we also have to believe in the youth players that are coming through. This is very important, of course, that the youth players come through and we give them a chance. As I've always said, what Sir Alex Ferguson said, if you don't give youth a chance, they tend to stagnate, and they do. So you have to give them a chance, of course. But thanks for your message, Irfan. I know you're a big fan of Rafael, Leo, Nico Williams, and Keeler. I am as well, you know. But I just feel like we have to be smart. We can't buy all three. That would cost about 500 million, my guy. At the end of the day, so probably about one of those names would be good. But we also have to think about this the Galacticos sort of mentality that we don't want to go down the road again. You know, Jim Ratcliffe said recently that, you know, he wants to make his own Mbappes and stuff like that, you know. Irfan, no Victor Osimhen price is down. Naples 130, now 59 million for Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, it looks like he's going to either go to Chelsea or Al Hilal. Of course, I believe he's gone to Has he gone to Al Hilal? Has he gone there yet? I'm not too sure what's going on in regards to that transfer. I'm not too sure how it works in regards to the transfer deadline with Osimhen. I think he's still a Napoli player, isn't it? I like him as well. I like Kvaratskhelia because he's a developer, he's a creator, he runs the game, he controls the game, he brings the ball forward. He's a brilliant player. Absolutely, he's a brilliant player. Grayo, Sal, we formed way back in 1981. That's when I was born, Grayo. I don't want to give back my age, but yeah, that's when I was born. Had various lineups, split up back in 2007 when I got married, unfortunately divorced now. Sorry to hear that, my friend. And had a call literally this week from the songwriting partner, Studio Soon. Absolutely, keep it going, mate. Keep the music going. Music is therapy at the end of the day. Look, you know, my brother's released a couple of albums. I haven't made any music recently, of course. I've been just, you know, semi-retired in regards to that, regards to music and stuff like that. But keep it going, mate. I saw some of your videos, your live performance and stuff. It was brilliant, your live performances. Really enjoyed it. Guys, have a look at it. Absolutely have a look at it, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, guys. Almac, some fans have champagne taste when the United has a beer budget. Kvara is worth 100 million. Yeah, Kvara's worth 100 million. So is Nico Williams as well. You know, these players are very, very expensive players. Man United are past that. You know, we have to think about where did these players originate from. We have to think about how comes these players have come through the door and they're worth this much money. What are they doing right? Because we're signing players and we ain't got players who are worth that much money, apart from the players that are coming through the youth, of course. So it's better for us to just develop our players, isn't it? If we're bringing through brilliant players through the youth, it's better for us just to develop them, rather than buying them and they get half price later down the line. A lot of Man United is crap. I need a world-class attack. We do need a world-class attack. I believe that the attack is going to improve this season, especially with De Ligt, the addition of De Ligt, with the addition of Ugarte and obviously Xerxes. I believe that an attack will improve tenfold. I'm pretty confident of that, my guy. I think our attack will improve. We don't need to spend 500 million to improve our attack. It's all to do with approach. It's all to do with intensity. It's all to do with our mentality when we go onto the pitch. We have to be focused on positive football, attacking football. That's what we have to be concentrating on. At the moment, we're a little bit pedestrian. When we pass out from the back, we're too slow. We stop, we walk in on the pitch. We can't be doing things like that anymore. We need to quit fastening it up. I know that Onana's a bit of an issue with his speed. He doesn't bring out the ball quick enough, in my opinion. I don't think he brings out the ball quick enough. I think we need a ball playing. We needed a ball playing goalkeeper, but we need a goalkeeper who's quicker, who's assertive, and doesn't leave you second guessing. Doesn't confuse you, for example, leave you with anxiety, for example, and he leaves all of us with anxiety, of course. So it's not just him. Of course, we've got Ugarte in the midfield. He can bring the ball out. He can bring the ball forward a bit like Roy Keane used to do back in the day. He used to bring the ball out. He used to bring the ball forward and used to dictate the play. We've got a player like that now. And it's a player that we've been missing for years, guys. So I'm really happy to see Ugarte through the door. I do want to see a player like Xerxes. I believe a player like Xerxes up front could do damage, you know, and I feel like we should be playing him now, and I believe we should be playing De Ligt as well. When Rasmus comes back, of course, that adds a different question, that it's a different problem to our selection, but it's a good problem. It's always good to have a selection problem, isn't it? It's better to have too many players than not enough players. We still need players, though, in my regards to the midfield. Almac, we should have got Desire Dewey. He is a potentially generational talent. PSG got him for 40 million. I wanted him, and now João Neves, but Everton didn't rate him. João Neves has had a fantastic start to his PSG career, of course. João Neves, how many assists has he got now? 3? It's a record, isn't it, in PSG? I was always a big fan of João Neves, of course, but, you know, we have to look at things like, you know, what Ineos were after, what we were after. You know, we were going for one player. We couldn't go after a number of players. We were interested in João Neves, but PSG made the move. You know, we can't do everything, of course, guys. Sadly, but I rate the player. Absolutely, I do rate the player, of course. Grayo, the deep are back in the house. New songs ready to be written and recorded. It's so exciting times ahead. John Peel and Kid Jensen played out our single on Radio 1. I also auditioned for the Kim Wilde as a bassist. Brilliant, Grayo. Listen, I will be supporting you all the way, my friend. Absolutely. Kim Wilde, that's one I haven't heard for a long, long time. Absolutely 80s classics, of course, my guy. Definitely best of luck. But just keep that song for me. Yeah, keep that lovely song for me. Yeah, that one that you sent me, because I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use it, guys. Absolutely. And we're going to push it. We're going to push it on this channel. We're going to push it on this channel, guys. Absolutely. Mark, how you doing, my friend? How you doing, bro? I hope everything's right. If you want to see the Ugarte, watch Arsenal Sport. Absolutely, Mark. I was going to say that. Sporting absolutely played them off the park, and Ugarte was the main player in that Sporting Lisbon team. If you want to see Ugarte, if people doubt Ugarte's ability, watch that game. There's a reason that so many teams were after him when he was playing for Sporting Lisbon. There's a reason so many teams were interested in Ugarte during that period, including me, which is why, you know, have a look at that game. Yes, they smashed Arsenal in that game, of course. Remember that. Desire Dewey is not better than my brother by 6 months. He will understand why I said so. Desire Dewey is not better than my brother. Now, look, we got enough wingers at the club. We got enough. We got Garnacho. We got Ahmad. We got Anthony. We got, you know, Rashford as well. You know, we got enough. Xerxes can play there as well. We got enough wingers, in my opinion. I don't think we need that type of player anymore. If we did need a player, it's probably a replacement for Bruno to rest him like a squad player. Because obviously we play Bruno every single game, guys. We do. We play him every single game. Mount, the big flop out. Yeah, Mount is not a popular guy at the moment. There is a question to be asked about Mount now. There's a question to be asked about Mount because Mason Mount is injured. When do we start putting Mason Mount in the same bracket as Luke Shaw? You know when we sign players, when we just about to sign Mason Mount, I had this really bad feeling about it, and it's coming to fruition, you know, at the end of the day. And I wish him the best. Liza Rami, how you doing, my bro? Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is fine. Hope everything is good. I think we have a good team. It's just a matter of one game when the goals start flooding in, and then we go, yeah, football's all about confidence, Liza Rami. Absolutely. Football is all about confidence. It's all about putting, you know, believing in yourself. Once you get one goal, then that is fine, of course. That is great, you know, because then you can get on the run, of course. Yes, I've heard about Arsenal when they're 10 men. I believe it's still 1-0 to Arsenal. If anyone could correct me in the chat, is it still 1-0 to Arsenal? I'm not looking at the score at the moment. Respect my brother. Big up, Mark. Big up the family, of course. Ugarte is a monster. Absolutely, he's a monster. He's more than just a monster, of course. What did you make of that yellow card? It was a second red. It's a second red. Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton. Mark has given me the magic news. I'm going to bring it. Arsenal red card. Yeah, that was earlier, the red card. It was a red card. Let's not deny it. They wouldn't back us up. So why are we going to back them up? Narouk, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, Declan Rice, 1-1. Come on, Brighton. Do what you did to Man United. Why don't you show that same effort that you did against Man United? Come on, come on, come on, guys. Let's do it. Come on, Brighton. Mount, I never liked. I mean, like is one thing, but the thing is, I felt he's a good player. But he's never been an elite player, in my opinion. He's never been that guy, you know, who can change a game like especially in the last 2 years. I don't think he's that as good as he was being made out to be, in my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion. Decided isn't a winger. He can play practically outfield position. He can play wing. He can play midfield positions. He's a technically fast. He's a very good player. Dewey is. He's a very good player. But at the end of the day, what we have to look at, what we have right now. And I feel like we're covered in that position. I feel like we couldn't afford the money. We needed Ugarte through the door first. We just about got Ugarte through the door, guys. We just about got Ugarte through the door. Man United can't spend any more money. Man United right now are looking for free transfers. They're looking for Marso. They're looking for Rabiot. Man United couldn't sign Ugarte. They couldn't sign De Ligt and Euro. Then, Xerxes as well. Mazrui. They couldn't put Dewey in there as well. As great as it would have been, though, Almac. I would have loved to sign him. He's a great player. We want as many good players as we possibly can have, of course. But, it's one of them ones, he might come to Man United in a year's time. Who knows? Who knows? You never know what happens in football. If we continue to keep the injuries, then Ineos seriously need to review the medical team. They can't be allowed to keep happening. Yes, mate, absolutely. I've said this for a long, long time about our medical staff. We have brought in the Arsenal physio, I believe. So things are beginning to change. We'll have to give them time. They can only do one thing. They've done a lot already this summer, of course, Ineos. Some may say they could have done more in regards to the left back, but they have put money into the academy. They've done a lot, and I appreciate what they've done this summer. I mean, they've done a lot. They have. Let's be honest. We've sold the record amount of players. We brought in great players to the club, brilliant players for the squad. And obviously, we worked on the academy as well. There's a lot of things that have happened this summer, and it's really good, to be honest. I'm happy with them so far. Content, should I say? He should have gotten a red in the first half. You know what, Mark? This is refreshing. Do you know what I mean, bro? This is refreshing because Arsenal never get red cards. So when I saw that, I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought, Arsenal red card? What? That's something that happens to Man United. That's something that would have happened on Sunday if Ugarte played. Red card for Ugarte on his debut. You can just see it, isn't it? Declan Rice was sent off. I bet he had tears on his pillow. Tears on his pillow. If you don't know, Pillow Rice, tears on his pillow because Declan Rice, of course. Hilarious. Gregor, you should be a comedian as well. What you should do is when you're performing, right? When you're performing, you should be your own backup guy as a comedian. You should be that as well. Absolutely. You make up the best jingles, mate. The best jokes. Asif Baba, how you doing, my man? Hassal, happy days are on the way. Absolutely, Asif. We're very, very happy. I'm very optimistic. I've always said at the beginning of the season, yes, we've lost one game, but it's one game, guys. For me, the season starts Sunday. That is when it starts. We win the game on Sunday. It's onwards and upwards for me. It's onwards and upwards for Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag. Because that would do wonders for our morale. We've got the new players in there, of course, touch wood. Nothing happens to those players and we keep them fit. We got the new players coming in there. We got a bunch of games we should be winning. If we beat Liverpool, we got a bunch of games we should be winning, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm very excited about the future of Man United. Of course, there are people are going to be impatient. There's people waiting for our downfall. There were people crying yesterday when Jadon Sancho was sold. Some of them Man United fans, of course, which was very, very sad to see because at the end of the day, he wanted to go to Chelsea. He was waiting on the move to Chelsea. He doesn't love Man United. He doesn't care about Man United. He doesn't put us in his bio. He doesn't put us on Instagram. He doesn't put us anywhere. There's nowhere to be found. As I said, you need Inspector Morse to find out he was a Man United player. No one would have known he's a Man United player. There's no clue that he's a Man United player. So, listen, good riddance, in my opinion. Good player. Best of luck, but I hope he wins no trophies. That's what I would say. I hope he wins 0 trophies this season. Asif. Sancho off. The best part is he cannot play against us this season. Is that true? He cannot play against us this season. I'm sure. Oh yeah, because it's in the loan that he can't play against us, isn't it? If it's in the loan, great. Because obviously, but I would have liked him to be on the pitch, to be honest with you, because the reason is I wanted to defeat Chelsea right in front of his face, and Ten Hag doing this right in front of his face. That's what I wanted this season. I wanted to see Ten Hag doing this right in front of his face, of course. Almac, are we getting a loan for Sancho? Some people said we are getting a fee plus 25 million, but there's no outlets confirming this. I believe it's a loan with obligation to buy. I believe that if Sancho finishes below 14th, then it becomes a breakout clause. But if Chelsea finish above 14th, and then they have to pay the money. This is what I'm led to believe. So they have to pay the money. So obviously they're going to come higher than 14th. If they don't, it's lose for us, because it's funny, that they come under 14th, probably get relegated. But above 14th, they have to pay the money, and that money is 25 million. Yes, it's a lot of money, but we saved around 50 million altogether in regards to his transfer, his wages on his contract, etc. We saved a lot of money in regards to that. Lies around me. One of the best things United are doing right now is spending millions on revamping Carrington, making it the start of the best in the world facilities. Absolutely. And these cannot be underestimated. We need better facilities. Of course, famously, Ronaldo really laid into the facilities and etc. The tea lady, whatnot, in regards to the facilities at Old Trafford. I'm glad that we've made a start in Carrington. We've made a start in fixing the facilities. It's very, very important going forward. You know the difference between a good gym and a bad gym. You know the difference, isn't it? When it's a good gym and a bad gym. It does help. Of course, it does help. Grayo, my friend, apparently Declan Rice had an incident at an Indian restaurant last night. Apparently he collapsed and fell into a coma. Oh, God. My goodness me, Grayo. Oh, no. I know his name's Declan Rice, but I know... listen, apparently Declan Rice had an accident at an Indian restaurant last night. Apparently he collapsed and fell into a coma, because his name's Declan Rice, isn't it? I do love my korma with a rice, though. I do like my korma with rice. Absolutely, I do. I like the butter chicken, mate. I like the butter chicken. You got to try the butter chicken, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Shah, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. What happened if United drop points after point, and what will you do? What will I do? What can I do, mate? Nothing. At the end of the day, support my team until it's mathematically impossible that we cannot win the league. That's what I would do. At the end of the day, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just support the team, my guy. That's what we should do. We should get back behind the manager. Nothing is perfect. We are building something here. Things are starting to look positive, and we should be more positive in regards to the team going forward, in my opinion. Absolutely. Asif, 10 million now on a loan, 25 million season when obligation activates plus sell-on clause. We are getting 50 million from the move. Ineos is nailing it. Absolutely. There you go. 50 million. Guys, we've got an absolutely brilliant deal there. We should be delighted with that. All right, we're short. We do need more players. I feel like we should bring in a couple of free transfers from now to September. We've got time to bring in some free transfers. Why not do it? Sancho, Evo, goodbye, mate. We hate the face and your disgrace. Sancho. Oh, you brought that in earlier on, mate. Absolutely. You almost made me swear again on my stream. You almost made me swear again on my stream. I'll be getting the YouTubers on my case. Guys, absolutely be getting the YouTubers on my case. That's brilliant, though. Absolutely. Ahmad, we will get 25 million a year for Sancho, but Chelsea are paying us now for this year's loan. Chelsea are paying a small fee, I believe, as my guy just said, of 10 million. They have the loan with an obligation to buy at the end of it. And then, of course, if everything falls in place, if they meet the criteria, they have to pay Manchester United the money. The monies, they have to. Legally. It's not a loan. They can't just cut it off. They can't just say enough is enough. I don't want him, blah, blah, blah. Legally, they have to do it. That's why I heard the same rumor about the Sancho trade, but I can't see confirmation of this information. There's a lot of secrets in regards to this transfer, to be honest with you. This is a test. This is an example of the way Ineos are doing things. Even with the Ugarte transfer, it's very secret, wasn't it? There was nothing leaked, no pictures until last minute. There was nothing going on until last minute, of course. So, at the end of the day, that's good because they're not leaking anything. Then that is really good. But it doesn't, some of it is like, come on, give us something, see what's going on, give us something. iMac is on X all over. iMac, what's this? iMac is on X all over. What do you mean, Asif Baba? I don't quite get that. What's that mean? iMac. Who's iMac? Who's the iMac? Is it a computer? Let me know, Asif. Let me know. Yeah, but thanks for the comment, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look. Sunday is the massive game, of course. We cannot be messing around this Sunday. We have to win the game, in my opinion. If we don't win the game, let's make sure we don't lose the game. Let's make sure we at least get a draw. Of course. Let's go. I think we will win Europa, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and it's early day. The Premier League. Who knows? We strong our beliefs. You know what? Allies around me. Football's about momentum. Football's about momentum. We win against Liverpool. We move on. We forget about the past. We forget about and we move on. And we have the belief and the mentality to go on and win the title. Because I believe we can. I do believe we have the talent now. Some people may call me delusional. Absolutely not. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of titles in my life. Of course, I know that we are capable. We got a very strong first 11. First 11, if we can keep our first 11 strong, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Although I would stress we do need a left back, and that could be our Achilles heel if we don't sort that out by September, of course. Hermoso is still available. Galatasaray after Hermoso. So we got to really get a move on, isn't it? We really do need to get a move on. If we can get that player. I believe we can get that player. Right to IMAC, he just wrote, he said he had the Sancho move number. It was a reply to him. Oh, okay, I'll check it out, my guy. Absolutely check it out. Sancho, the one thing about Sancho, that we're going to hear a lot of noises this season about Sancho's cooking. Sancho's at Chelsea, look at him cook. It's all because of Ten Hag. My advice to everyone here is just ignore the noise. These guys are not Man United supporters if they're supporting Jadon Sancho, especially what he done last season. If he stayed at Man United, yes, we support the player and we hope he does well. But now he plays for Chelsea and he probably will end up staying at Chelsea. Now it's up to us now to forget about Jadon Sancho. Let him do what he wants to do. I personally think he'll fall flat on his face. I don't. I think Chelsea have got a big squad. It's going to be hard to integrate all those players into the squad. I think it's a bit of a circus there. It's a bit of a mess, if I'm being totally honest. And Sancho probably will just drift away. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think the Premier League is the type of football for him. I don't think he suits the style of football in the Premier League. I think he suits like the German league, which is slow. He suits like Serie A, which is slow. He suits that type of football. I don't think he's made for the Premier League. This happens. I just think that it's nothing to do with his talent or anything. Matt, tell me where the Liverpool game will be won. Where do we have the edge? Can I tell you where we have the edge? Now, I'm not going to say too much, but I believe in the midfield we can control that midfield. We can control with Mainu and Casemiro. We can control that midfield. Hopefully, Casemiro has the legs to keep it running, but I believe we can control that midfield. If we win the midfield, then you're halfway there. I don't rate Liverpool's midfield as strong as people rate it. Just also remember another weakness, that Arne Slot is new. He's new, right? This is his first big game in the Premier League. How will he react if Man United score first? He was quite lucky. He was quite lucky, wasn't it, against Brentford? He was quite lucky in that game. How will he react if he goes 1-0 down to Manchester United? This is the key. This is about character. This is when you test managers, So he's going to have a hard time on Sunday, I guarantee you. Liza Mami, Ten Hag is a great cup manager. Check his record. It's one of the best. Players have to give their best and believe in Ten Hag. That's it. Absolutely. Look, Liza Mami, good managers do start off as cup managers. Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United started off as a cup manager. He was winning cups, of course. Winning is winning. Winning trophies is winning trophies. And if you win trophies, you get that feel. You get that taste for it, And then when you eventually win the league, then it becomes an addiction. Then you want it again. Then you want it again. And that's when you start moving up. It does come down to luck. Luck does play a part as well. You need things to go your favor. You need injuries and decisions to go your way, of course. But if you start off as a cup manager, if you're winning cups is not easy. At the end of the day, it's a one-off game. It shows a lot of character to win a cup, especially when you're beating Liverpool and you're beating Manchester City on the way to winning the FA Cup, like last season that Eric Ten Hag did, that people love to conveniently sweep under the carpet. It takes a lot of character to do that, to win cups. Trophies is what football is all about, in my opinion. I'll happily take a League Cup, an FA Cup, a Europa League, and a third place finish. It's better than coming second and winning nothing, isn't it? Absolutely, Liza Rami. Good comment, by the way. Saw under 21 game today. Liverpool's were all over the park. We won 2-0. No, Man United's youth team are on the next level. We've got a conveyor belt of young players that are coming through, guys. We've got a brilliant conveyor belt of young players coming through. It's very important that we give these players a chance. Extremely important that we give these players a chance, guys. Absolutely. Sancho's mates Rashford and Shaw are now still at United. Rashford and Shaw, in my opinion, I would get rid of them very soon if we get them replaced. We can't get rid of them now, but in the future, near future, I would look at moving them on, in my opinion. Luke Shaw hasn't played. He's injured all the time. Rashford, his performances are inconsistent. We can't keep carrying him, and all the circus that surrounds him, of course. So we have to move on in regards to that. I would actually look at moving him on next year if we can. Liza Mame, Sancho tried to get Ten Hag sacked, got no time for him. Absolutely tried to get Ten Hag sacked. He tried to. Look, you cannot mend that relationship. You cannot mend that relationship. What Sancho did last season, he's broken. It's like a pencil when you break it and you sellotape it back together. It's never going to be the same. You cannot go online, write a comment like that. Why don't be a man or, and go up to Ten Hag to his face and say, why did you say that? That's not true. Apologize. At the end of the day, what Ten Hag said was nothing. All he said, he was on training. He didn't train well. That's normal. That happens in football. Managers say that. Why have a fit and why cry to Twitter and leave it on there for 2 weeks to embarrass the football club? After everything we were doing last season, all the problems that were happening last season, all the issues that were occurring last season, that's the last thing we needed. And he fought selfishly. And whoever surrounds him, his entourage, whoever surrounds him, they should be sacked for doing something like that. For me, if I was Sancho's manager, I know that Sancho would probably be jumping up and down, getting angry. Why did he say that about me? He shouldn't have said that about me. I would have said, look, Sanch, look, Jadon, look, just go for a walk. Let's go for a drive. Let's forget about it. Don't write anything. Speak to the manager when you get to the training field. That's exactly what I would have done. But he didn't. Him and his entourage decided to go to Twitter. How immature, how silly. At the end of the day, we're Manchester United. Let's forget about what him and the manager for a second. Let's think about the football club. Let's think about the reputation of the football club. Let's think about the fans, right? The fans who supported you. Let's think about the time when you took 4 months off work paid. Let's think about that. And, they don't think about that. They're very tunnel visioned when it comes to their opinion about people. They don't look at the bigger picture. At the end of the day, Ten Hag expected more from you. Ten Hag respected you. That's why he mentioned you. He expected more from you, and you didn't deliver. That's why. If you were a dud player, he wouldn't even mention you. He wouldn't even bring you into the conversation. This is the whole point of it. Asif. Not sure Casemiro is leaving, so many gaps. Unfortunately, we lost Mount again. His pressing work rate will be a weak point. If Casemiro misses his man, we are in trouble. Casemiro will play well tomorrow. I've got a feeling he's going to play well tomorrow. I absolutely believe in the team tomorrow, guys. Absolutely believe in this team. I believe if we play Xerxes, we play De Ligt, we can move the game forward a little bit more. We can push the game forward a little bit more. We need to bring that ball out of the defense a lot more quicker. We need to be quicker, and we need to be more ruthless when it comes to the press, of course. I wonder he loves Dortmund, and they left him gasping. Right treatment to a brat. Exactly. Look, they treated Jadon Sancho like the king last season, like a long-lost family member. And look what happened. They deserted him again. They disowned him again when it came to putting their hand in the pocket. Months before the transfer window, I said that. I said, yeah, they're praising Sancho now, but let's wait until they have to put their hands in the pocket. Let's see how much they love Jadon Sancho then, guys. Let's see how much they love him then. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to smash a like. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the numbers moving up. Let's keep the numbers moving up, guys. It's very important that we get the numbers up. We get the likes. We get the subscribers up, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. You absolute legends. But away from Jadon Sancho, it's up to Manchester United now to win the game on Sunday. Make a marker. Make a statement. Prove to all those haters that we are ready to challenge for this title, that we're ready to challenge for the top four. Look, I'm not limiting it to the top four because I believe if you bring the top four into it, it downgrades your expectations a little bit. I feel like we need to aim higher. We need to try and challenge. We need to aim at the top. Aim for the stars, land on the moon. Aim for the moon, land on the clouds. Aim for the clouds, you land in the mud. That's exactly how I pull it. You always have to aim high, and always aim to the stars, guys. He has become like a toilet paper used for free. Look, at the end of the day, this is Jadon Sancho. This is him. Let him be at Chelsea. He's not going to get it his own way, that's for sure. And those Chelsea fans are not going to put up with subpar performances either. Man United fans are very, very, very patient. We are very patient. So at the end of the day, he's not going to get that from Chelsea. Those purchased Roman Abramovich fans over there. Are we going for Rabiot or trust Collier to play meaningful minutes? I hope that Collier will play some minutes this season. If Rabiot comes in, he'll add some experience into our midfield, which will be great. He can rotate with Kobbie Mainoo. We cannot burn Kobbie Mainoo to the ground. We cannot keep playing Kobbie Mainoo every single game. It's very important that we rotate in the FA Cup, in the League Cup, in Europa League. We need to rotate. Ten Hag doesn't rotate. Of course, he can't be blamed last season because obviously the injuries and stuff like that. He can't be totally blamed for that, guys. Absolutely not. But in regards to building a squad, I wouldn't say no to Rabiot. I would not say no to Rabiot. But obviously, the money in regards to wages could be an issue. Trust Collier to play meaningful minutes. I hope that he plays meaningful minutes. I hope Collier gets some games in the League Cup, in the FA Cup. I really do. I rate the player highly. I think we've got to give him a chance as well, of course. Asif Baba, he has become like a, I just read that one. Absolutely, Asif. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Absolutely. Now, look, we move on. We've got a brand new team coming through. We're building. We've got young players coming through. As you saw with the youth result today, we've got a young team coming through the conveyor belt. We've got great players coming through. Those players are going to be in the first team very, very soon. Very, very soon. So we have to be patient and watch this develop because we are witnessing history here. So history is going to be made at Manchester United. I want these words. History will be made at Man United. It's the calm before the storm, right? We've had rainy days this last 10 years. So many rainy days this last 10 years. But don't worry, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that light is the sunshine because we're going to end up winning a major trophy. And then we're going to go on from there. And we're not going to look back. Man City will be relegated. They can be relegated. They could go all the way down to League Two and look forward to playing Shrewsbury and Leyton Orient. But at the end of the day, Man United will go on. If Man United win the league, we will go on another winning run of winning titles. I firmly believe that. If Man United win it once, we'll go on and on and on like we did in the past. Amak, who is the backup number 8? If no more signings, is Collier more a number 6? Collier can play number 8. He can play forward. He did in the preseason. He can play that style of football. Of course, we have Casemiro. Mount can play that position. He can come from midfield. Bruno can play that position as well. He can come from midfield. So we've got a number of players there who can play. Ericsson can play that midfield role as well. The number 6 is more of the issue, of course, because we only got Casemiro who can play the natural number 6, of course. But Collier can play there as well. I like to see him given a chance in the League Cup, in the FA Cup, in the Europa League. I would like to see Collier more. I want to see more of him in a competitive game. Which obviously makes a difference, of course. Mainu has to cover Casemiro's spaces all the time. Mainu is putting loads of effort in to keep the team spirit alive, but he is a human at the end of the day. Yes, I've noticed that Asif Baba, Mainu turning around to Casemiro various times on the pitch last season and in the preseason as well. He's done that quite a few times. He's done it in the Charity Shield, of course. Casemiro has to run. He has to start running and he has to put the effort in. We know Casemiro's ability. Casemiro is a generational when it comes to CDM. He's one of the greatest CDMs of all time. You know, when you think about what he's won. He needs to do a shift on tomorrow. He needs to understand who we're playing tomorrow. And we need to proper press tomorrow. We need to press the game as hard as we can tomorrow. It's very, very important that we press as hard as we can. Hayden, Sancho sees the toxic fan who back a player over the manager. Different forgot how Sir Alex used to move. He was ruthless with players and we were always back the manager. Look, Sancho, Neil and Ten Hag too. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely, Hayden. Look, people forget this. I know they haven't been Man United fans for a long time, right? But when we got rid of Beckham, serial winner. When we got rid of Stam, serial winner. Steve Bruce, serial winner. You know, these players here, we got Kerry Pallister, serial winner. Let's go through it. You know, Paul Ince, serial winner. All these players that we got rid of. Mark Hughes, serial winner. You know, these players we got rid of. Ruud van Nistelrooy, serial winner as well. You know, people don't understand. We didn't turn against the manager because Sir Alex Ferguson, we trusted him with everything. We trusted him. We said, well, there's got to be a reason he's getting rid of that player. There's got to be a reason he's getting rid of that great player. There's got to be a reason for that. No, so of course, sometimes I disagreed with that. I disagreed with the Beckham one. I disagreed with the Yapstam one. I did disagree with that. But at the end of the day, I still trusted the manager. And I believe what the manager was trying to do. Internet again. Did you use the Wi-Fi? Yeah, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Internet again. Internet issues, of course. It happens over here. No problem. That's live streaming for you. That's live streaming for you guys. It happens, guys. Sorry about that. Let me just get back to these comments. Ugarte is a must replacement. Casemiro would be good against lower division teams. We need a squad, guys, and Ugarte of course, is very important to our signing. It was the most important signing of the summer. I said a few days ago that it was he's going to give us around 20 points. He's going to give us around 20 points. So I believe he will. I just hope that we don't get the same injury problems as we did last season, guys. I really hope we don't. I really hope we have more luck this season in regards to suspensions and injuries, for example, and off-field issues. I really hope we do get more luck this season. Hayden, it's working fine. Thank you, my bro. Thank you so much. Asif, Sal can never compromise with the standards he set. He was like a player. He never bigger than the club. Absolutely. Look, I didn't always agree with Sir Alex Ferguson. I was just speaking to Hayden. I think my internet went off for a little bit. But I was speaking to Hayden, and I absolutely agree. Like, you know, these are great players. I didn't agree so much with what Sir Alex Ferguson did. I didn't agree with Beckham, and I didn't agree with Stam. I thought they were wrong, you know, decisions. But at the end of the day, when you look at it and you sit back and you look at it and you say, well, he was still successful. Beckham left, Ronaldo came in. We had players who came in. If Beckham stayed, would we have created Cristiano Ronaldo? You know, it all works out like that, and that's the way I see it. You know, you have to be ruthless in this game. And do you think I care about, you know, Jadon Sancho? I don't care about Jadon Sancho. These crybabies online talking about Jadon Sancho. You know how much he was a great player. And I've seen some fans, right? I've seen some fans wearing opposition teams' clothes saying, I've had enough of this club. I don't like the direction of this club. I feel disillusioned. The only disillusioned is your delusional opinion that you are a Man United fan in the first place. If you wear different shirts because of a player, you are not a Manchester United fan. Let me get that in your head, right? Man United are not, we don't relate ourselves to you guys. Yeah, we don't. You're nothing to do with us. You don't know us. You're not like us in regards to Man United fans. You're not like us, Man United fans. We know about the club, our DNA. People die for this club, guys. People die for this club. And we got some silly little fans sitting in their little room talking about how he's not going to be a Man United fan anymore because he feels disillusioned about the club. Blah, blah, blah. You got people buying Juventus tops because they thought Sancho was going to Juventus. And then they didn't. Another 50 quid wasted, mate. Another 50 quid wasted. Why did you buy a Juventus top? You were made to look like a prat last season. Now you're made to look like a prat again. You bought a Juventus top, and look at what's happening. He's not gone to Juventus. You know what I mean? You're crazy. You're crazy. These people are crazy. They're not Man United through and through like we are, guys. We got people in the chat who've been supporting Man United during the relegation year of 1974. We got people like that and carried on supporting the club all the way through. They are the reason we are successful. Not me, not them. They are the reason we are successful because they witnessed everything. They saw everything, guys. They saw everything in regards to the relegation. Some people I know have seen the 68 cup final. They've seen the relegation in 74. They've seen us become a cup team in the 80s. They've seen the early stages of Sir Alex when they saw people calling for Sir Alex's name to be sacked. Then they saw us as success. And now they're here, right? Now they're here. Right? And listen, they deserve it. They deserve it. Now, these fans that have come, they come in the early 2000s, some of them the late 90s, etc. They're witnessing this for the first time. You know what? When I started supporting Man United, we were a cup team. We did win cups. You know, we weren't winning the league. Leeds winning the league. Teams like that were winning the league. Liverpool won the league. Leeds won the league before I even saw a league title. So these guys need to just pipe down, stop screaming their head off online, and then claiming it's, oh my goodness, look at my run, it's gone viral. Because at the end of the day, this is not about going viral. This is about the football club. And if you talk about going viral, then obviously you're not really interested in the football club, of course. Sorry for the run. It really gets me irritated with these guys, like, you know, claim to be Man United fans. Some of them have season tickets, you know. Some of them have season tickets, and they're talking like this. Do you know what I mean? He never hesitated to ask the players in the prime, no matter what. He kept the standards up, Asif. Absolutely, he kept the standards up. He never let the standards drop. As soon as you let the standards drop a centimeter, he will go off. Mate, he dropped Beckham for Luke Chadwick. You know what I mean? That's how he was. He don't care about sentiments. So if you could have just kept one of the following midfielders, who would you have chosen? Scott, Casemiro, or Eriksen? Oh, my goodness. Oh, Gro, you put me on the spot. Can I be honest with you? None of them. None of them. I would, because of the CDM thing, because we don't have a CDM backup for Ugarte, I would have kept Casemiro. just because we don't have a CDM, Grayo. That's the only reason. But we do need to look forward. We do need to replace Casemiro as well, to be honest. I'm happy for McTominay. I hope he does well in Serie A, though. I really do. Agapiti will help the defence and attack, so we will have to go all out to score more goals. Of course, we have to. Agapiti does more than just defend. He gives the license for the forward players to attack. He gives the license for our attack to work. You know what I mean? So, great. It's good news at the end of the day. Augustin, good day, Sal. What made me happy is to see see Sancho live. What made me to see Sancho live? You want to see Sancho live? What do you mean? Live in person or live on the football pitch? I've seen it, and believe me, it's very underwhelming. It's very underwhelming. In regards to that. Stratford Gamer, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Don't worry about it as long as you're here, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Stratford Gamer, you legend, you. Sorry I joined the stream. No problem at all, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Asif Baba, Real Madrid is the only club who never saw a downfall in the history of football. Do you know the reason why, Asif, that Real Madrid have never seen a downfall in football? Do you know the reason why? Because they never had a Glazer ownership. They would not allow a Glazer ownership of that football club. They have standards. They will never let those standards drop. The people who own the football club are Real Madrid. They're Real Madrid. They are Real Madrid through and through. They don't have any Glazers coming through the door. They don't have anyone like that coming through the door who can mess things up. They wouldn't allow it. Only United had the Glazers because of what happened, of course, with Sir Alex Ferguson and a horse. Now, I'm not going to totally blame Sir Alex Ferguson on that, but he's not blameless in regards to that, of course. Of course, Sir Alex Ferguson didn't do everything right. But we need to take a step back a little bit because during that period, Man United were very, very successful as well. Thanks to Ten Hag, thanks to Sir Alex Ferguson, of course. We can't put that on the Glazers, but thanks to Sir Alex Ferguson, we were still very, very successful. But that team that was successful back in 2007, 2008, no, 2006, 7, 8, 9, was because we built that team from the early 2000s. We started building that team early. We started building that team from the beginning. So, guys, that's the reason. How you doing, Jim? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Greetings, brother. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, my friend. How are you? What are you up to this Saturday? Saturday. I miss the old Saturdays. Who remembers Saturdays, the old Saturdays? Generation game. Who remembers Noel Edmonds' house party? Who remembers all that, Mr. Blobby and all that? Oh, we used to love that. Then there was the national lottery. You know, we used to wait up and then we used to wait till match of the day. And we used to be excited for match of the day until waiting for match of the day to come on, especially in Man United won. You know, brilliant, you know. I miss those days. I really do. Hayden, these are Pogba FC, Sancho FC, and Martial FC. They hate players who starts instead of the player they like. Actually, while to love a player that much, you want them to win. Look, I have my favourite players. You know, I have my favourite players. But I would never put a player over the football club. The most important thing for me is the football club winning football matches. Paul Pogba has no one else to blame but himself. And Paul Pogba has the size, he has the ability, you know, he has the experience, but he never used it. And that was it. And that's down to him. He has the power to bomb in, like through midfield, go through midfield with his power, but he just didn't use it. Paul Pogba back to United. What do you say? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, that ship has sailed and sailed again around the world, of course. Again and again and again, of course. Goodness me. It's like that guy out of, what's his name? A Fish Called Wonder. What's his name? What's his name? He travelled around the world. What's his name? Absolutely. Palin, not Palin. Is it Palin? He's travelled around the world. It's a bit like that. That ship has sailed a number of times. Definitely. I'm doing great, right? It's good to see you here, Jim. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. It's 12 a.m. here, and we're up to watch the EPL. Absolutely. Guys, what's the Arsenal score? Let me know the Arsenal score. Is it still 1-1? What is the score going? Please let me know. I'm not going to look. I'm going to let you guys do it for me. I'm going to rest my finger. Leave it on a loan to Chelsea. Yeah, Alcacer, he's left on loan in regards to Sancho. His obligation to buy, so they're going to have to buy him. It looks likely they're going to have to buy him because the stipulations are that they have to come above full-time 1-1. At least they dropped 2 points. Arsenal at home dropped 2 points to Brighton. That's all right. You know, that's all right at the end of the day. Thank you so much, guys, for letting me know the score. Thank you very much. I like doing it like that. I like doing it like that. The problem is, though, guys, when you're on the watch-along, right? When you do the watch-along, here in the Middle East, right, we're about 15 seconds behind you. So I have to hide the comments because you guys are like, goal. I'm like, what goal? What goal? I'm like, what goal? And then you're like, the goal is a goal. And I'm like, what? And then I'm getting all excited, waiting for it. And then we score and I'm celebrating. And then you tell me before disallowed. I'm like, what? It's a madness at the end of the day, guys. Honestly. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, 1-1. Drop points for Arsenal. Drop points first. Drop points for Arsenal. Fantastic. Actually, the best part about last day of the window was Sterling going to Arsenal. I'm absolutely delighted about that. I didn't want Sterling at Man United. I made it pretty obvious that I didn't want Sterling at Manchester United, of course. I didn't. I feel like we're covered in that area as well. I don't think we needed Sterling at Manchester United, guys. Brilliant. Been a fantastic show, hasn't it? But, guys, look, tomorrow is the most important game. That is what we're concentrating on. I'm glad that the transfer window is over. Of course, there still could be some free transfers coming through the door. You never know what can happen this next week or so. Some things can happen at the end of the day. So keep your eyes peeled. The free transfers, Hamaso is still available. Rabiot is still available. How long they're going to be available, who knows, guys. But we carry on. And we believe tomorrow. Tomorrow's the Scousers, guys. Let's believe that we can win this game. It's imperative. It's important that we win this game, guys. I'm so excited for it. I'm doing a watch-along. Don't forget to join me for the watch-along tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. See you tomorrow live on the watch-along Sal. Peace. I'll be back in the morning, though, for Breaking Dawn, guys. Don't forget Breaking Dawn, 7 a.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Central European time, 10 a.m. Middle Eastern time as well, guys. So don't forget to join me for Breaking Dawn. It's a big laugh on Breaking Dawn, of course. Guys, thank you so much. I shall see you tomorrow. If nothing else breaks, of course, you never know. Something might break. Like on the way out, please. Yeah, thank you, Hayden. Big up, Hayden. Big up yourself. And don't forget to subscribe and pass it on and pass the message on to all the other fan channels as well. Let's keep going, guys. Take it easy. See you soon. Peace.